What's going on, everybody? I just got back from the post office and it's time to open mail. I'm kind of excited. Right here under contents, we've got a zine. So I'm kind of excited because it was not just one zine, there were two zines and some other stuff and a book, and so I want to share these with you because I think they're very cool. The first up is a zine that comes from Bruno Candeias, I think I'm saying your name right, who is a Portuguese photographer. This one is called Ciao, and I'll read you a little of his note here. This is really cool. It says, hello Ted, huge fan of your channel since almost the beginning. Anyway, I wanted to send you my zine as a thank you gift. It's a collection of the pictures that I made while living and studying in Italy for almost 1 year. I really wanted to share my photos with friends and family, and digital means just didn't seem enough. Every photo was made using medium format HP5+, except for the last one, which is 35mm. I hope you like it. Also, if you're interested, he gives his Instagram handle, which I will put in the show description. I wish you the best for 2017. May your channel continue to thrive. Thank you, Bruno. This is awesome. And he also put, I want to share these with you, his business card. And, you know, you can get these smaller cards made on Moo, and I think they're really cool, and they got business information on the other side. So, very nice job on this, and I love the fact that the cover is illustrated. It reminds me of Henri Cartier-Bresson's using Matisse on the decisive moment. But this is a very beautiful little zine of black and white images, all done medium format, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And what's really cool is conceptually, this is a group of photographs that stretches over a specific moment in Bruno's life. And I think that's really cool. And it's interesting because we live in an age now where, because of social media and the ease of recording any kind of media, whether that's video or photographs, that I think almost sometimes we tend to take that for granted sometimes. And I think little photography projects like this one are really important to preserve that moment in time, because what you can do with photos, and I think what Bruno's done here very successfully, is you record that moment in a very emotional context, but also a very practical context. And I think it's just such a wonderful way of preserving memories. Anyway, that is Ciao by Bruno Candeias, and I will put links in the show description. So thanks for sending this, Bruno. This is amazing. Next up is a cool little package of assorted things that were sent to me from Zanda Mylonas from Australia. And in his note, he writes, "Hi, Ted. I just watched your episode on Zines, so I thought I'd take the perfect opportunity to send you the latest stuff that I've been pumping out. I hope you like it." He puts his Instagram and Tumblr on here. And this is really cool. This is a little collection of things. There's two small zines that he sent over here, Brisbane issue 1 and Brisbane issue 2, and these are really nice little collections of black and white images of a lot of street photography, and I think they're simply outstanding. This is really, really fantastic work. And what's really cool, I want you guys to note that a lot of times when you do projects, they don't have to be this big published monograph book that's done by Fiden or Steidl or somebody like that. They can be just a little printed thing that is awesome, and it's really cool. And I like stuff like this because it's very personal. I've talked a lot on this show about the intimacy that smaller work sometimes gives, and I think these are great. And he also sent me two little poster zines, I guess, if you will, issue 1 and issue 2 here, which are nice because you see images as they fold out, and these, in contrast to the others, are color images, and really, really nicely done. So anyway, thank you, Zanda. These are awesome. This is kind of funny. So literally halfway through filming this video, I got an email from the post office saying, "Hey, you've got some packages." So I thought, well, I'll go get them, and took a break, did that. Turns out they're things from you guys, and so I thought, well, I'm recording a video now, so I'll put them on the show. So anyway, it was very funny. So I went in there, and at the post office, they know that I make videos about photography and all, and it's very cool because she goes, "Well, you have a package, it's international," and she said, "And you have a postcard," and she got really excited, and we were looking at it, she goes, "I think it's from out of the country, it's from Japan." And she goes, "Who sends postcards anymore? That's so cool. It's so old school. It's so awesome." Anyway, they really got a kick out of this. So this is from Vic Shing, who writes on here, Vic Shing. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I think it's just Sing. But he writes, "Thanks for making so much good video about photography. I'm traveling to Osaka and watched They Sent These," which was the last video I did, "before I go to mail my postcard. So here you are. I usually take pictures at live concerts. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram." And he put some usernames on there. I'll put them in the show description. It's a very cool picture of a bicycle. And this is kind of a little handmade postcard. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's really pretty cool. Thanks, Vic. This is awesome. This next package is from Ester Catty Young, who sent me a book called Eyes Wide Open from František Drictikal. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. It's a hard name for me to pronounce. František Drictikal, who was a Czech photographer, probably best known for his work in the 1920s, 1930s, did a lot of work with nudes, among other things, and really brilliant stuff. And if you haven't seen Drictikal's work, it's pretty amazing. As well as a DVD from Jan Sadek, which another amazing photographer. Has some pictures that you definitely recognize, but I think his name is probably lesser known than it should be in the U.S. And this is an interesting letter, too, from Esther, and I want to share a little bit of this with you. It's kind of long, so I'm not going to go into the whole thing. But Esther writes, as a native of the Czech Republic, born and raised in Prague, photography has accompanied me throughout my time growing up. My grandmother, Daniela Markova, was the founder of Czech Press Photo. Together with my grandfather, Vladimir Reams, a well-known publicist and film theorist, co-wrote many photographic books and held a number of exhibitions in Prague. Over a period of several decades until last year when they both retired. Between them has been a major influence in my decision to pursue photography as an art form. This I love too. As a child growing up, I was a classically trained pianist, but in my late teens I fell head over heels in love with jazz, and now I find music to be the main driver for photography. Music to me is like a portal through which creativity flows like water. I love that. Esther also asks if maybe I could do some things with these people on the show, and I would love to do that. Drictikal's kind of tough because when I put stuff on the internet, nudes become questionable. I got in trouble on Facebook recently for something that I didn't see a problem with, but it had boobs in it, so that was a problem. But I will see what I can do. Drictikal was really fabulous, and I love Jan Sadek also, so thank you very much, Esther. This is really awesome. So this is actually something that is part 2 of something that I shared the last time I did a mail video, and this is a book that comes from my friend Wim Winters, and I shared his 3 CD set here last video. Wim is a good friend of mine. He is a musician. He plays a period instrument, a clavichord, and he plays music that covers roughly Baroque music all the way up to Romantic period because he does Beethoven as well. And this is really cool. I knew there was a book. I guess I just didn't understand that it was not going to be a zine or a booklet. It is a thick book, and it is pretty amazing. And so the recordings are taken from his YouTube channel, from the videos that he makes, and I will link that up below. And the book is really pretty cool. First of all, I'm very excited because the forward here, it says, "What People Say." Some chump named Ted Forbes has a quote in here. And also, it's kind of cool. You guys might know some of these other names. David Rothschild is somebody who watches the show and is pretty involved in the comment section, too. Anyway, this is a very, very cool book, as I get back in focus. And I thought it was interesting, and I want to read you part of this because he talks about why this is a book and not a booklet. And he says in the intro to this book, he says, at some point, rather early, I started to write some text in what YouTube calls the description box, so the box below the video. It is the perfect spot to give a brief summary of the video, and in the case of my channel, it makes sense to give some background information on the composition that I played. Soon, however, I started to improvise a bit with the text that reflected some more personal aspects of the performance, my view, or give just a reflection of what crossed my mind in the moment of writing, which led to doing it with every music recording. Soon, I started to write some kind of fiction with silly phone calls by Mozart or weird visits from Clementi, and I enjoy writing almost as much as I do playing music, and so many of these moments of writing are amongst the best memories I have on the channel. And so it's interesting, between the CD set and the book, which literally is, it goes video by video, and he has all of his descriptive text. There is a QR code if you want to hit that with your smartphone and go directly to the video, which I thought was kind of a cool idea. Anyway, this is really cool, and I think it's an example of somebody who's doing something very creative with a medium where, you upload a video in the description box, you use that, to describe the video so it can come up in search and stuff like that. And I love that Wim goes the extra mile with that. And anyway, this is fabulous. Wim is selling the book and the CD, the CDs, I should say. It's a 3 CD set. I will put a link below, but I think most importantly, go to his channel and subscribe. Wim is excellent. He's extremely creative. I really love what he's doing. And guys, stuff like this, I know I say this a lot, but I'm really humbled when people share zines and recordings and CDs and stuff, because it inspires me. It inspires me with what I'm doing. When you have a YouTube channel and you make videos, it can be a kind of solitary experience sometimes. I mean, I'm alone in the studio with 2 cats. You need to move. You're not part of mail time. Sorry. Talking into a camera, and it's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. And sometimes it's easy to get a little bit flat. And, for me, having a community and a dialogue with you guys, and that's why I like to feature people's work on the show, whether it's stuff you actually physically send me, which I think is the most inspiring, or whether it's people participating in photo assignments, and I like to share that work because it's what inspires me. And when we have this conversation going around something, it's just really exciting. I will feature this. I'm not going to do it today, but I'm transitioning things around, and I'm actually going to rearrange the studio a little bit here this week. But I have a bookshelf in the other room that is just reserved for people who have sent me stuff over the years on the show, and it's really cool. And I think it would be cool to do a video and take a look back on that at some point, because there's some really neat things in there. And it's exciting because, you know, you guys are awesome, and the level of talent of people who watch my show for whatever reason blows me away, and I'm really excited about that. So anyway, I just want to say thanks to all of you. If you have a zine or a portfolio or something that you'd like to physically share with me, my address is in the description on every video, and it's also in the About page and other places too, and you're welcome to send me stuff, and I will feature it on the show. So anyway, guys, this has been awesome. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like it, share it, and subscribe to The Art of Photography for more videos. Until the next one, I'll see you guys then. Later.